Well, hello there, my Sacred Moon Ritual friends. This is Magdalena Grace, otherwise known as Misty Magdalena Grace. Super excited to cleanse and clear the space, welcoming you here today for the moment we've all been waiting for. If you're like me, and it's okay if you're not, I've been geeking out on eclipses now for the last 3 years, ever since I got into Kundalini Yoga, ever since I officially declared my witchy woman self and came out of the spiritual broom closet and started to do runes readings and really got into the sacredness of astrological events, as above so below, as within so without. So for me, following the astrology, the new moon, the full moon has been so life-changing and so delicious and so rewarding, and awakening my power within, going within without plant medicine, without really anything actually, and just tapping into the energies that are awakening from what's happening on the global scale. We are in a planetary awakening. It's a very important time to take care of yourself. That's what this Virgo season is, and these eclipses we'll go into in a little bit. This is a great time to meditate, to pray, to affirm, to call in what it is you want, and let go of the shadows of what life is handing you, the lemons, and making some lemonade out of those shadows. So for me, the astrology helped me really get clear on my divorce. The astrology has helped me cut and sever different business partnerships, different relationships. Just this is the year of the shedding. And last year was actually a 9-year for me personally. So I was shedding a long time ago. And really, especially with everything that's happening on a global scale in this 3D realm, a lot of people are getting triggered, and it's happening for us, by us, to wake up and to remember who we truly are. So the runes reading and the ritual I'm going to help guide you through for the next probably about 30 minutes is to help you apply this wisdom specifically for this weekend. This weekend, we have a lot going on. Okay, so let's unpack it. So Sunday the 21st is the eclipse, and it's a solar eclipse. We won't be able to see anything because we're not in the part of the world, unless you're like in New Zealand and those parts of the world. It's a very small area. It is also autumnal equinox day, and that's the day of same amount of light, same amount of darkness. It's equal. So it really allows us to see our shadows and to really reflect. And of course, it's a new moon. So new moon is, if you follow me these sacred moon rituals now for quite some time, it's all about setting intentions. So today we're going to talk about the energies of this eclipse for the collective. Remember, this is a general reading. If you want a personal reading, sign up for that at magdalenagrace.com. We'll go into the ritual and the reading here shortly. Just some really quick announcements. It's last minute, but tomorrow I have my Witchy Woman's Healing Circle online. We're going to be talking about conscious sacred sex. Next weekend, the 27th, I have a workshop for conscious entrepreneurs to help you radically up level in health, wealth, and relationships and get your fourth quarter of the year on paper. You can go to magdalenagrace.com to learn about both of those events. The women's event tomorrow, if you're catching this live on Thursday, September the 18th. It's 5 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, September 19th, and you can sign up there. Ideally, today's the last day, though, so if you see this on Friday or later, you can sign up, but you won't be able to attend live. You can get the recording, the replay. And then, of course, the workshop next weekend. And then I have a retreat coming up at the end of October that is focusing on abundance alchemy, my new signature retreat. I'm super excited. I just toured an amazing, gorgeous property yesterday that is just epically delicious. Very quiet, very serene. If you want to get out in nature, if you want to radically break through ancestral health, wealth, or relationship traumas, curses, whatever you want to call them, I'm here for you, because that is my mission. I remembered who I truly am as an alchemist, helping you become your own alchemist, because you are your own healer, especially if you're a light worker, if you identify as a star seed or a conscious entrepreneur, or as a woman, a mompreneur, who wants to be liberated sexually, liberated in her womb, liberated in building her business like a queen. And if you're single, maybe you want to attract that king in your life. So I'm going to help you radically up level so that you can do just that, if that calls to you. We're all about health, wealth, and relationships here. So go to magdalenagrace.com. Now we're going to dive right in. I'm not an astrologer, but I do want to give a brief understanding. So this is a historic moment. This is the first eclipse on the Pisces Virgo axis with our north node in Pisces and the south node in Virgo. So the south node has been in Virgo, and this all happened, this transition in January, just so you know. It goes along with the year of the snake and shedding. And so remembering that Virgo season, we had one new moon, August 23rd. We had the lunar eclipse on September 7th. And holy Toledo, my life has radically changed since then because I take this stuff to heart and seriously, and I apply it. I integrate it into my daily life. It has been very illuminating to lead us to this Virgo new moon, the second Virgo new moon in 4 weeks. It's very, very rare to have that happen. And it's also the Virgo South Node this year, next year, until I believe 2027, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So this whole year has actually been about letting go of that which no longer serves you in the way of self-criticism, perfectionism. And this is the time. This is the time to really lean into letting go of the shadow of Virgo, which is, negative, self-critic, judgmental, hard on yourself. I know because I am a double Virgo. And how you've played small, hiding in kind of like the victim consciousness. And also, Virgo on the bright side is psychic gifts, developing intuition, practical, pragmatic. My new moon last month, I was focused on cleaning my desk, being more organized in my business, even leaning more into boundaries. I've been doing boundaries for the past 2 years, but really speaking my truth. And Virgo is also known as the Virgin, the priestess. It's Mother Mary's birthday also on Sunday. We're going to be honoring her tomorrow with the Women's Healing Circle, talking about conscious sacred sex. I mean, this is also a time if you wanted to be celibate, if you wanted to eat healthier, if you wanted to recommit to an exercise routine. I have done that myself as well. If you want to maybe change your diet, whatever is your thing for your health, Virgo is all about health. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, so there's a lot of communication. So maybe you've been speaking your truth in relationships. Maybe it's time for you to stop hiding and speak and use your voice and really move forward with faith. And of course, fear is always going to be right there too. But when you're getting rid of that inner Virgo critic, it's easier to move forward with faith and courage. And this eclipse is going to help clear what is blocking your path. If there's anything in your life that's blocking your path, whether it's a relationship, maybe you need to end, cut, and sever, it's usually around shadows, which I'm an alchemist, so I talk about shadow work all the time. Carl Jung, huge fan. Kundalini yoga, huge fan. Meditation, huge fan. The only way to alchemize is to make the unconscious conscious. What has been bothering you? What has been pissing you off? What maybe have you not been speaking your truth about that you've been hiding behind? Maybe there's been programming around shadows. Like for me, escapism is the shadow. I'm just being authentic and transparent. Escapism has been my shadow that I've been working on a lot, really the last 5 years with my spiritual awakening, but really this season right now. And eclipse season starts, long before, like a few weeks before. Energetically, like early August, I started to really look at escapism and where I was really selling myself short and allowing my energy to leak to, energy vampires, people, places, things also. I've got to be honest. I was looking at my relationship with alcohol again just this month. So a lot of it had to do with escapism and imperfections and judgments of myself, and also not speaking my truth, Virgo. So where in your life are you holding back? Where in your life are you thinking you have to have an all or nothing mentality, which is again shadow of Virgo? You may have some old patterning that's karmic. That's the South Node also. This is a very karmic eclipse season, meaning ancestral. That's why I'm having this retreat at the end of October, Halloween weekend, Samhain, Day of the Dead. It's all orchestrated intentionally to support your highest and greatest good and the good of all. So think back to the last 4 weeks since the last new moon in Virgo, which included the lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th. What has been the loudest for you? What has been the loudest shadow for you? For me, it was escapism and hypervigilance. Trying to, again, Virgo can be very controlling, so I had to surrender and let go and just trust. My word of the month is trust. Maybe you have a word of the month or a word of the eclipse season. I'd love for you to comment below. What is your word of this eclipse season? What is your word of the month? It's really cool. If you watched my last runes reading, it was spot on. Yesterday, I happen to have these runes. Yesterday was all about Hagalaz energy. I actually pulled Thurisaz myself for my own personal reading this morning. Hagalaz was hail. So did you go through a hailstorm this week? Well, the good news is, and I'm going to put these runes back into the bag here shortly, starting today into tomorrow was Dagaz. So I'm just doing a quick transparent reiteration of what I did on the Monday reading. This is specifically, though, for this weekend, ultimately Saturday, Sunday, Monday energy, because that's the best time to really harness the energies of the new moon. Right now, just before the new moon is the dark time of the moon. So you really are going to be potentially having hard conversations, maybe emotions. I've had weird shit happen, like all of a sudden music starts playing on my ancestral altar. Virgo is psychic, intuitive energies. So you might be hearing songs, or you might be hearing conversations, or running into people randomly that you haven't seen in a long time. That all happened for me this week too. So what do you want to call in on this new moon? We're going to do the reading next. I'm going to go ahead and call in spirit. Oops, hello. I already cleansed the space. So if you haven't already gotten into your ritual, I always remind people this. So you may hit the pause button, have your candle, have your Palo Santo or sage. I already cleansed the space. I do have my incense burning. And I want you to, hopefully you're not driving, sit back, relax, take a deep breath. And just as a reminder too, if you haven't already, if you like what you're seeing, please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of my readings. Although I am, as part of this eclipse, my intention is to start a new channel just for readings, magic, and ritual. I don't have a date on that yet. I'm still waiting for clear signs on that, but that'll be one of my post-eclipse season plans. So go ahead and let's take a deep inhale together. Eyes closed, inhale to the nose, inhale in the belly. And sigh out. Let's do one more for good measure. Go ahead, inhale. And exhale. Opening up your heart, dropping into your heart, getting out of your head, and being ready to receive the messages. What does Woden and Freya and the runes have for us for this powerful, potent eclipse, second eclipse of the month? Virgo new moon, autumnal equinox. I'm going to pull 3 runes, then I'm going to show them to you and read them to you. And as you look at them, I want you to think about, what is your new moon intention? What is your new moon intention? And then I have, beautiful, okay. I have also, since it's Mother Mary's birthday on Sunday and it's Virgo season, she was the ultimate virgin mother, right? I'm going to be pulling from the Mother Mary Oracle deck as a clarifying card for the 3 runes. You want to have something to write with and write on. So again, if you don't have that, pause the video. If you're catching this on the replay, and you can always watch it. I recommend people watching this twice. You always miss things the first time. You only can capture 10%. So what does Mother Mary have to say for us on this eclipse on your birthday, the same day as the autumnal equinox? By the way, that hasn't happened for 10 years. Oh, by the way, a lot of what's happening now karmically on the planet is healing what happened during the eclipse season of 2006 to 2008. 2006 to 2008, that's when I met my now ex-husband and got married. That is also when I had a major, major business failure and had lots of business partners scatter to the wind. So I had a lot of abandonment wounding, and that's when my escapism journey began. So I'm going back and healing all of that right now. So also think about that as I go through this. What were you healing starting the fall of 2006, September 2006 to more or less like spring, summer of 2008? Beautiful. All right, so I'll get to Mary's card last. So now is the time to open your channel, tap into your intuition, get out of your head, and look at the runes. I will show you them, and then I'll read them each. Again, this is for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. You can go ahead and draw the rune if you'd like, and you can speak it out loud with me if you'd like. It's Uruz. Uruz, kind of like guru, but Uruz, starting with U, just like it looks like. You want to look and breathe and see if any thought, feeling, memory comes through, idea. So Uruz, it's more important what you feel, think, or recognize, but I'm going to share with you what it means for me and how it pertains to the reading. So Uruz, this is actually reversed. It's in upside down, which is what reversed is. It's saying to not take physical action right now. It's saying to hold off because you're kind of in the mud. You're kind of unclear on which direction you're going. You want to be able to be clear. When it's upright, Uruz is like the oxen who pulled the plow and moved through obstacles, even big rocks. They just moved through. This is saying stop, wait, be still, and notice. Take care of yourself, Virgo, self-care. And again, you're wanting to think about a new moon intention with this eclipse. What are you letting go of so that you can call in also? So Uruz is a stagnant time. It's a time not to try to plow through things. It's a time to be still and be curious and be open. This looks like an open cup. So you're open to receive the messages divinely inspired for you, and not just in this reading. Are you tracking your dreams? Are you paying attention to conversations? Are you paying attention to your physical body, Virgo? All of this is connected to this here and now. And again, just remember, take the best, leave the rest. This is a general reading. If you want a personal reading, you can sign up for that outside of here. This is the second one. And this specifically, the first rune, I said it's this weekend, but it also goes back to the last Virgo new moon. So the last 4 weeks, maybe you felt a little stuck, stagnant. Maybe things seem to be moving slower like sludge. It's all for your greater good. Trust. I'm letting you borrow my word, trust. Here's the second one. This is Isa, I-S-A. You can speak it, draw it, say it, sing it. Like the letter I for ice. And this one isn't in reverse because it doesn't have a reverse. It's stillness. So on this new moon, even though it's also autumnal equinox, a lot of times people do celebrations, parties, different things. I'm going to be at the Viking Festival, oh, by the way, doing runes readings one-on-one. If you're there, please show up and stop and see me and my friend Sophia. So this is really important to go inward, to just like the ice is still. The ice is slow. It goes exactly with the last rune. We're still in that state of reflection. Going in and facing your shadows. Going in and really getting clear on what it is that you want to take ahead next. So that when you think of ice, and you think like you see an iceberg, it's only the tip of the iceberg. What's underneath that is a bigger iceberg, usually underwater, and then, of course, water. Underneath the ice is the intuition. So you got to go inside, Isa, inside, and really reflect on what is the dark, murky shadows trying to get you to pay attention to. I would really meditate and journal this weekend. And of course, do this ritual. And then this is the future, and this is so cool. This is so cool. I can't make this stuff up. Here is our third and final rune. So this one, I'll just let you look at it first. So take a deep inhale. And again, A was. So it almost kind of looks like a little, almost like an S. So this is from the eclipse. And actually, it's kind of cool because it looks almost like an S for solar eclipse. AWAS is actually connecting you to your ancestors. AWAS is connected to yew tree, Y-E-W, which is the tree that's most known to be in the cemeteries of our ancestors. I am having an ancestral trauma releasing a couple of events in October because it's the time when the veil is thinnest as we get close to Samhain, Samhain, Halloween, Day of the Dead, whatever you celebrate. This is a time to really move forward with faith and trust your ancestral roots, trust your purpose and mission in life. And if you are like me and you connect with the dead, really like asking your ancestors, what am I here to release for you? What am I here to call in? And a deep, deep reverence and having kind of like the long game. That's why I'm having a workshop on the 27th about writing out your fourth quarter goals, health, wealth, and relationships, and also thinking about 2026. So having a long-term transformational wisdom and alchemical view of things. There is no get rich quick. There is no instant gratification anymore. We are evolving into awakened beings. And especially if you're a viewer of my channel, you're probably a light worker, a healer, a teacher, a coach, a preacher, a prophet, psychic, right? So it's really time to trust those psychic gifts, Virgo. And if you follow the reading, again, Uru's slowness, kind of sludgy, stagnation, don't move quickly, can't move quickly, actually. Maybe life has forced you in certain situations that don't allow you to move quickly. Isa meditation, go in and find the shadows. Awaz. How are you going to apply those new intuitive psychic gifts that come online because of this eclipse and this new moon? Maybe that's your new moon intention, is to really be open to receive your gifts and slow down. Slow the fuck down. You can't receive if you don't slow down. We're done with hustle culture. I talk about this all the time with my clients and friends. We're done with hustle culture. So the clarifying card I received, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will encourage you to get this deck. This is from the Mother Mary deck. Number 25, maybe this number means something to you. Maybe by the 25th of this month, you'll have new psychic gifts. I don't know, because this is Our Lady who sends the angels. Our Lady who sends the angels. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I am going to just get the quick and skinny, so you have some understanding. So Mother Mary says, I have vast resources and can assist you in endless ways. Pray to me daily that I send you my angels. Angelic forces work with my divine plan of love to lift you, to show you the way through the darkness of struggle and into the light. So she's talking about shadows. She wants you to transcend your shadows. Thank you, Mother Mary. I will send them to you, to your loved ones, and into your future to provide a light that will help you find your way. Fear not. I have legions of heavenly warriors by your side. So she's asking you to connect with angelic forces. I work with Archangel Michael every day. Maybe you'll be into Raphael or, Ariel. There's so many different angels, and maybe you have your own angels and ancestors, right? Maybe loved ones who've gone before you, your healed and wise ancestors. So in fact, what I'll do is I'll take you through the healing process and affirmation. Here, it's a really short one, so I feel called to do this. So ask for help. You're never alone. You have angelic helpers all around you. You just maybe can't see them. Like me, this morning, my one of this old music box started singing. Normally you have to wind it up. It's one of those, and it just started singing on its own. That's my ancestors communicating with me that everything is just fine. So if you call upon them daily, whether you call them angels, ancestors, archangels, Mother Mary, call upon her. It's her birthday weekend. You know, she's the one who birthed the Christ consciousness. We all have that inside of us, all of that Christ light, both feminine and masculine. So let's go ahead. I'm going to have you close your eyes. We'll do this healing process together. Then I'll close it out with a little bit of singing meditation, toning of the runes. So close your eyes. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. And imagine that you are stepping into a white fire, a white consuming fire. At the center of that fire, there is a woman in flowing white and blue robes. Angelic wings are all around her, shining white and pale blue. Her energy and the energy around her feels powerful, loving, and ecstatic. She opens her arms and smiles at you, and suddenly you sense that all around you are angelic wings, shining white and pale blue. You sense the powerful, loving, ecstatic energy around you now, and you know everything is going to work out. You'll know what you need to do when you need to do it. I'm going to repeat that. You'll know when and what you need to do when you need to do it, and you'll be capable of doing what is required of you. Finish with this healing prayer. You can repeat after me. And again, this is opt-in, sovereign. You don't have to do this, but for those who feel called, join me. Repeat after me. Our Lady and the angels who love me unconditionally, I ask for your help, your protection, intervention, and divine assistance. I'll say that one more time. I ask for your help, your protection, intervention, and divine assistance. Please help me in all areas of my life, including my new intention for this Virgo eclipse. Please help me in all areas of my life, including my Virgo new moon intention on this solar eclipse. Through my own free will, so be it. Thank you. And so it is. If your eyes were closed, actually keep them closed. If they were open, I am going to encourage you to close them as I do the final portion of this today. I want you to meditate on, if you don't already have it, and if you do, great. Meditate on your new moon intention right now as I sing to you the runes and toning them for you so you can receive it into your central nervous system and into your third eye and your mind's eye and your crown and see if anything comes through for you, okay? So sit back, relax. You can lie down if you want or stay seated, eyes closed. Isa You can join in if you want to. Final round. Is Go ahead, take the next few moments and take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Inhale deep. And sigh it out through the mouth. Now what I want you to do, whether if you're on the live or even on the replay, take the time, you can pause the replay obviously, and write out your new moon. What it is that you're calling in. Knowing that you have eclipsed a lot already this month. You're going to blow the door wide open this weekend. So this is a great weekend to set that intention. Again, I talked about that earlier on. I'm not going to repeat myself. If you're just joining me, you can go back and watch the whole video. I will put timestamps in here this time because there's a lot of meat that I want to make sure you can jump back and forth to. Comment below with questions. Comment below with your intention. If this is a safe, supportive community, if you have any thoughts, feedback on this reading and what came through for you. Otherwise, take some time. And again, if you're catching this on the live, the best day to actually do this ritual would be probably Saturday evening. Sunday would be fantastic. And you can still do it on Monday, the 22nd, if you're catching this after the 1st. But getting clarity around what is you're letting go, what is you're eclipsing, what are you calling in, and how are you going to move forward with faith with the runes, talking about your spiritual gifts, talking about your ancestry. If you have questions, please feel free to email me at info@magdalenagrace.com. Oh, I see a comment. Hey, good to see you. I think I'm behind on my Instagram messages. And that's just a good reminder. I'm getting more and more connections online and in WhatsApp. And the best way to reach me is info@magdalenagrace.com. I check my email the most, 6 days a week, usually multiple times a day. Social media, and just starting to get so many messages that I may very well miss it. But email, I will never miss a message. If you'd like your own private reading, go and sign up at magdalenagrace.com. And also thank you to those who've donated to my coffee fund or donated to my charity focus of offering up healing service scholarships to people who can't afford healing services at this time. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you take the time to do this whole ritual, set your intentions, draw out the runes, tone with me, do the Mother Mary healing ritual, call upon your angels and ancestors, and know that you are loved. It's a bumpy season, I know. We're in it to win it, really, for the next few years. So the more work you do on yourself now and really go inward, the easier the next few years are going to be on the planet. So I wish you all the best in your health, your wealth, your relationships, your new moon intention, and always remember you are not alone, just like Mother Mary said. The angels, the ancestors, the guides, they're all there for you. So I'll definitely be back next week. Can't wait to hear how your new moon and solar eclipse and autumnal equinox goes. And until next time, just remember, the best is yet to come. You are the author of your story, and you can rewrite it if you don't like what you're seeing. All right, bye-bye for now.
Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Hire Magdalena for a runes reading or healing session by emailing support@microdosingforhealth.com.